Okay.
Oh, family. Man, man. Man. Fam. I still preparing. Mm, mm. I can't, I can't, I can't play no music because then YouTube would be like, nah, son, that ain't yours, son, and we ain't trying to pay them. So we gotta wait, I'll wait for the 2 minute mark. It's been a very long time. Very long time. Very long time since I've been up on here. So it'll probably take a couple days for everybody to see this anyway, because I haven't been on for so long. Um, moving around and everything. So I'm getting settled in and stuff. So we'll see. We'll see where this takes us. So now, like I was saying, I ain't been on here in a minute. It's been a while. It's been a good while. And we got less than 30 seconds. Wait to the 2 minute mark. Come up real quick. But um if you used to come on here, you know how I do. But it's something specifically I wanted to get into. Um, Share, bear with me. Um, Me and my brother was speaking about something. I think it was week before last, and shout out to Imanu. Um, for real, that let me tell you, brothers, we got into a deep conversation, and one of the conversations was it was many, but we was talking about how a lot of these older artists, you understand what I'm saying? How the maturity in the older artists gone, like it's gone. Like I would have never thought to see rappers in their 50s still want to be teenagers again and having these beefs and stuff. Matter of fact, I'm learning that beef is clout now. And let me tell you, if y'all like you late, let me tell you why I'm late. I purposely don't care about what the heck going on in society right now. I'm talking about right now because I never knew that I lived in a world asking somebody a question. You know what I'm saying? Is offensive. Peace, brother, peace. So, I never knew that the times we living in now, when you ask somebody a question like if you're concerned for them, are you okay? That's offensive now, yo. Somebody caught an attitude with me of like real hard body. So when we had that conversation on these older artists just getting in their feelings and stuff like that, we really dissected that conversation. I'm gonna bring y'all into that conversation now. I might be paraphrasing on it because I don't remember all of the words, but I do know the main points that we talked about. And I'm telling you right now, if you have older people wanting to be young again, do you think the young ones are gonna listen to y'all fools? They're not listening. And honestly and truly, the way y'all been acting, why would they listen to y'all? I know if I was one of these little dudes, I'm not gonna listen to y'all. Probably turn up on you because you're acting immature. You know what I'm saying? You being weirdos because you ain't talking to women your own age. You know what you're doing. You still got people like Jim Jones on the block at 49 years old. You on the block, and I'm like, yo, why is even all these old rappers even having beef? Didn't you just come from a colonoscopy? Didn't you just have a prostate exam? Isn't something wrong with your heart? I think y'all need to stop this, yo, because what are you leaving back for the next generation? What are you leaving? If there is no older person right now in their 40s, 50s, and up, even in their 30s, if you have nothing to teach these youth, then what the heck is you doing? Your time already came. Your time for being young has came already. Do we not pass the torch now? It was only one person I saw when I saw that Super Bowl game. Did y'all see what's his name? Jalen Hurts. Did you hear his response? Did you see his face? Did you hear the tone? He was like so humble. He was like, look, defense wins games. I'll process it later with my family and stuff. We need more of that. That humbleness just within ourselves, you know what I'm saying? We need more of that. So in the midst of me and my brother having this conversation, he says, yo, they act like the spirits of and I'm paraphrasing again. You can correct me if I'm wrong, brother. The spirits of Martin and Malcolm, they act like they dissipated, like they still not around, like they're not living in other people. They're living in other people. They are. You know the problem though? They're not trying to hear that. They want to hear, I can't even believe I'm talking about this. They rather hear more perversion, all right, than actually hear, yo, son, you need to pull your pants up and you need to learn how to properly get this money. When I say pull your pants, I mean, lace your boots up and you need to understand how business works. You need to understand how this goes. You need to understand how taking care of family is. You need to understand what real responsibility is. I hate y'all using that word accountability because half of y'all can't spell it and you don't even know what it means. But just to, entertain y'all, the purpose of using the word accountability is to look at yourself, what you're doing wrong that you're accusing other people of doing, that you're not doing. The first step to achieving your goal is to cut the bullshit out that you got going on. That's all. There's going to be things that you need to get done. And in order to get them done, you got to cut people back, period. You're going to have to cut them back. And when I say cut them back, I mean like you have to cut off all of the ties. Because where you're trying to go mentally, they are not at. They're not there yet. They still in the club. They still turned up. They still doing this. So you look at that as an example and you like, you know what? I'm trying to start this music, man. And I notice anytime I get around these niggas right here, the very first thing that happens is I'm not touching the music. I'm not touching the board. I'm not touching the keyboard. I'm not, a producer, when he's not around his studio, he just, right up and start humming stuff. Like that doesn't happen when you have distractions around. It's not happening. So then you have to tell yourself, all right, these days I'm not going around them because these days are my productive days. And in order for me to get this and be productive, I got to be away from that. So let me just focus on this and do it like that. And when you eliminate certain people from you, you actually have more room to build on to progress what you need to get moving forward. All right. Now, remember one time I was writing a verse or something like that, and it brought me back to a point where I was telling my former friends the things that I was going to do, that I was interested in, that I was good at. And it came with a lot of ridicule and laughter and then I remember that same week I went and I was writing I don't have the book here, but in the bar I wrote, it was something along the lines where I was like, y'all niggas just laughing because you don't want to see me change. Which is the truth. A lot of times, which is why you don't tell anybody your moves you make. Unless you got, like my clique of brothers, that small group right there, I don't tell them anything. It's staying right there. You know why? Each one of them is in their own lane. They all are super powered. Each and every last one of them. Each and every last one of them. It's not one of them brothers I can't not name right now, and they ain't doing anything, and they doing it well. They not asking us for help. Not to say that they won't ask for help. What I'm saying is they know what to do. And that's what I respect. It's like saying, if I'm walking in the street and the nigga who with me is scared of me, I don't want him to be around me. Because that means when we get into some shit, you're gonna run. You will run. I'd rather be around brothers who's gonna hold me accountable. I'll use y'all word. Who's gonna hold me accountable, be like, yo, son, that's not cool, yo. You know what I mean? Oh, yo, that's good. Now what you need to do is build more and focus. Those the kind of brothers I want around me. Y'all refuse to hang around people like that because you know you want to continue doing your bullshit and getting away with it. You want yes men around you. That's where we at. You want yes men around you. And when you get yes men, you get yes shit. You know what yes shit is? You know what a yes man is, right? Anything you yeah. Yes shit is the yes he give you, you know what I'm saying? When it's time for do work, he gonna bring you back yes shit. Half-ass. So when you deal with yes men, you deal with yes shit, which is half-ass shit. Is that the route you want to go? So as we started building more and stuff, it was a lot of pieces coming together that I had to like analyze. And you know, my brother Iman, he's on it. He's on it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all think there's not brothers and sisters out here that really has it up here and in here who is not running game on you. You think that doesn't exist. It does exist. You're just looking past it. Someone who's actually looking out for you and actually cares. They see your vision. They like, all right. And they want nothing from you. They want nothing from you. A person that comes around and does something for you and absolutely wants no payment. That still exists. That still exists. Someone to come and give you knowledge, you can sit down with them and build, and they won't ask you for money, or they won't ask you to subscribe to their thing or do the thing that they're doing. They're not going to do it. They're just not going to do it. Because when you deal with yes men, you get yes shit, half-ass shit. You feel what I'm saying? So, like I said, all of my brothers in my clique right now, Imanu, Chris, Jizza, Super, all of us, we have a, man, let me tell you, when y'all be like, there's a, not even that, I'll tell you, I'll give you a better example. There's a picture I have. There's a photo I have. And it's with the first five black brothers. I think it's 5 or 6 of them. First 5 black brothers that was shown. They were like the top black belts in America. And that was from the 70s. And I still got that picture. When I finish hook up everything, I'll show you, right? The picture that they took together, when you look at that picture, you can see the greatness, you see the intelligence, you see the individuality, you see the group effort, and you also see the family dynamic. When you look at that picture, that's how me and my brothers are. And I'm not saying that to brag. I'm saying that to say, if you need to surround yourself around people who is actually going to make you focus on what you should be doing, then you need to cut the other shit aside. There are people who still exist like that. That's what I'm saying. It is people who still exist like that. But you guys fail to want to, you want to tap into your sexy reds, you want to tap into your, and I get it. Because the music has no substance. It's not saying nothing. You don't have to think about anything positive or blah, blah, blah. I get it. I don't, but I get it. You want things to come to you, and you don't want to work for them. You want to be told bullshit. You want to be told it's okay to do wrong. Have you realized that? Like, wrong is right now and right is wrong. Doesn't that sound familiar? Man, it sounds like I read that somewhere. Either way, That's where we're at this point. And since it's my first time back in a minute, I won't do too much. You know what I'm saying? I won't beat up your heads too much, but we'll get into a little bit. Um, we have to stop. We have to stop idolizing people who are really not in our lives. Just because you're entertained, that doesn't mean you have to idolize. Do you even know what entertainment is? Something that entertains you, yes, it's a distraction, but sometimes it could be a positive distraction. It makes you laugh, makes you smile. Oh, it's something, oh, it's not about me at this moment. So I can look into, yeah, but at the same time, in that moment, what it's doing, it's removing you from what you should be doing. Entertainment. Always keep the people entertained. So they said, right? Always keep the people entertained. So hold on. Let me hit. All right, B. Hold on, hold on. I gotta reply. All right, brother. All right, brother. Yeah, I ain't want to be rude. I ain't want to be rude. So, I got you. Um, yeah. So back to what I was saying. You want to be the entertainment thing is kind of, it stops you and it leaves you off track from what you should be focusing on. But they want the people to be entertained. If the people are constantly being entertained, then they're not focusing on what they should be focusing on, which was the whole basis. But the title of what I put on here is Where Did the Spirits of Malcolm and Martin Go? They ain't go nowhere. Meaning they didn't dissipate. They are living in actual people. The remnants of them still live in some brothers and sisters who's out here who's actually doing stuff. You not paying them attention. All of our brothers and sisters who are whistleblowers for the industry, all of our brothers and sisters who are whistleblowers for their jobs, for their communities, they exist. You don't respect them or acknowledge them because if it ain't getting lit, you don't want to hear it. Bar. So we're at this point where now, in order to reach you guys, it's like we got to do some dumb shit or dumb ourselves down just to bring you into where we at. But then when we try to do that, it just goes over your head. I gave an example earlier where I was like, asking a concerning question to somebody is an offense. It is now. Like, yo, son, I've worked with people at my job. I will not say, but I've worked with people. They're no longer there. But just a prime example, me and a coworker is having a conversation. Someone walks in. And it was like, oh, y'all having a secret me? No. We just talking about some other stuff. Oh, okay. Hey. Now, you see, this is what we're living in now. And it's not just them, it's all of y'all youngins. Look, I'm gonna do it again. Me and a coworker was just simply having a random conversation. Just a conversation about nothing, but the door was closed. Well, cracked. You know what I'm saying? And then this person walks in, they're no longer with them. The person walks in, and they're like, oh, you're having a secret meeting? I don't mess that up or anything. And I was like, no. We just having a random conversation. Oh, whoa. Hey, I don't want, it's okay. All right. I've seen that reaction from more than one person. And I'm like, yo, y'all in y'all 30s and 20s. You couldn't come up when I came up, son. And I don't mean this in no disrespect. The way y'all are now, working, telling y'all have to do stuff. You be like, oh, I need a mental day. No, you don't. Ain't nothing wrong with you. You lazy and you don't want to do shit. But you want money. There's nothing wrong with you. There's absolutely nothing wrong with you. Is there? So I've seen that reaction from more than one person. Not in the same situation, but just different situation. That why you always asking me, man? And I'm like, when did being human be offensive? I just answered my own question. I'm telling you, son, like the connection is just it's off. Yo, there's a book. I didn't even get it yet, but my coworker was reading it. It was called, oh man, it was called, oh, The Anxious Generation. So if y'all get a chance, get that book, because I'm gonna get the book. The Anxious Generation. The Anxious Generation. And there's another title that goes along with it, because they have the semicolons and then another title. But it's called The Anxious Generation, and it's about, and I'm about to talk about this now. We're in an era where it's 5 of us outside, 6. Why am I always using 5? It's just a few of us outside or whatever. Fuck it, 5. And we supposed to be conversing. We outside in front of each other, we should be conversing, but everybody is like this. Oh, you did? You saw it? Where is it? Let me look for it. Put the fucking phone down, man. Look at me. Look at me. Can you see my eyes? This is who I am. Put the fucking phone down and talk to me. Why are we doing all of this? It has to be in here. No, text it. Just text it. Don't tell me. Text it. Don't tell me. Text it. You just told, when you do that to me, you're telling me you dumb, you slow, you can't remember anything. You don't have no memory because everything has to go from here. So if this thing right here, this device right here is your substitute for things you should be doing, then what are you? The cell phone is carrying you around. You're not carrying the cell phone around. The cell phone is carrying you. You have now became the cell phone's bitch. Y'all not really on laptops like that anymore because y'all went to the what is it? The tablet and the iPad. And I got little keyboards. Y'all could put that on there if you really need to type something or whatever. But it has to be handheld. It has to be handheld. You're so engaged in this is your communication that you don't really know how to socialize. This right here, you don't know what that is. Y'all dudes be bugging, yo. Y'all women be bugging too, yo. When you sit there in your house, you don't do anything. You're not working. You don't even help around the own house where you live with your mom. You're barely taking care of the kids, if you have any. If you have any. Because if you do, you're probably on assistance. And these are the specific ones I'm talking about. So whoever is not in this category and you decide to get upset and jump out there, I don't give a shit. You sit there and you talk about, he got to pay this, he got to do that. I want him to have this kind of figureship. You know, I need you. I really need y'all to understand something. And a lot of y'all that like to date drug dealers, listen. Let me tell you what the plug is. Let me tell you the real meaning of the plug. You know what the plug is? If I go directly to Mexico and get it. That's the plug. Because whoever goes to the dock, that ain't the plug. That's just the plug dealing with the plug. See, y'all little niggas don't even know about hustling, son. If everybody in your hood is selling the same product and hustling, ain't nobody making money. Just like in hip hop, if everybody is doing the same thing, ain't nobody making money. So when you sitting there saying he got to make this, he got to make that, let me explain something to you, boo-boo. Any man that's making legit money is making those type of figures that you're talking about. I'm sorry to break the news to you. He not even look. Why the fuck would he come in the hood? He not coming in the hood. He in another country. I'm sorry. In another country. He's in a business meeting. He's at the gym in a business meeting in another country. I'm not lying. This is facts. So what? You want to travel. You like to travel and go ahead. Let's stop the nonsense. All of that shit you saying, you just want the right to be a hoe. Then you want to force your wholeness when you're done being a hoe. You want to force your wholeness on the nice guy, knowing that all of that whole shit you did back then, you're not going to do the whole shit with him, which is messed up because you used yourself up. You purposely allowed yourself to get used up. Then you're claiming you want this type of man, this type of man. Ladies, listen to me. You're going to be very upset. I don't care. Y'all dudes too. I need to put it both in category. Y'all hygiene in certain areas is despicably horrible. I fucked that word up on purpose. It is horrible. You can stand next to them and you just y'all smelling like shit, sweat, and fish. Why these niggas ain't telling you, I don't know. They smelling like cottage cheese and must. Y'all don't even know how to bathe properly. You don't even know how to clean yourself properly. And I want that man. And you can tell which men and women have that odor just by how they speak and how they present themselves. I'm like, oh no. I don't want that. I don't. I smell in the sea right now. I smell in the fish market. Oh gosh. I'm serious. Yo, son, y'all dudes. And I think, and this is just from my vision. A lot of y'all dudes that used to claim that you was real and you go right now, from what I'm seeing, I guess you never was like that. Y'all be simping. Y'all give people who disrespect y'all get them a pass. And I'm like, I guess I went through real survival because I didn't have to know. It was a total different game for me. Like that, yo, damn, I must have really, really, been around the block because I'm like, I could never come from an era where you put your hands on me and disrespect me and I'm cool with you. We not cool. Ever. I see these older ones doing it. And I'm like, well, wasn't you the same one that said you wasn't going to be? And I told you, men and women get it the same. Men and women get it the same. And to add on to that, you also have the older men wanting to be the young men. They got the tight pants and they sagging it. Are we still doing the tight pants shit, y'all? Damn, son, can we stop that? God damn, I can't find my size of pants anywhere because y'all niggas just, come on, son. Anyway, I brought up the example about Jim Jones, but it's really men his age that still be on the block. It's other people. That was just an example. There's people right now on the block because they see how these little niggas is getting it. And they don't like that. And they jealous. What are you jealous for? Because they getting women their own age? We all know that's what this is about. You see, I'm going to say it. You're not going to say it. Y'all dudes' motivation out there is pussy. Y'all female motivation out there is money and dick. You brandishing yourself as a prostitute. You're going to take me on this trip. You're going to spend this. You're going to take me to this restaurant, spend this, and you get what you want. I'm sorry to admit it to you. That is a prostitute. Look it up. Money for services. Prostitution. OnlyFans, prostitute. Let me tell me OnlyFans because I don't got no dudes in there. This, they're I fucking you. You fucked. I'm sorry. Let me show you how powerful a thought is. A thought creates the atom of the effect, and it will happen. It will happen. Again, thought creates the atom of that situation you thought about, and it will happen. It will happen. Y'all is out here promoting weirdo-ness, and y'all doing it while being filmed. Y'all preying on little kids. And I know some of these things is something I said before, but this is every day now, y'all. This is every fucking day. Every single day this is going on. And y'all literally go, like, I bring something up. It's all of y'all adults now. The older ones, the ones my age and younger. And I'm sick and tired of y'all. Please don't come to me. Please don't speak to me or nothing. Anytime I bring up, like, it's people in the hood right now that y'all know that's messing with little girls and y'all ain't saying nothing. And then y'all get quiet. You know when y'all do that, you get quiet. You know that I start thinking that way about y'all. You mean you don't feel a way? That don't bother you? It's not my child. Saying that it's not your child is also saying it could happen to them because it's not my child, so I ain't gonna worry about it. Does that mean it needs to still be happening to them? Here's another excuse. Man, them little girls be coming up to them dudes too. So it's the example of the older woman and the older man to say, look here, shorty, you barking up the wrong fucking tree. And I'm about to go to your parents and tell them what the fuck you doing out here. You moving like that? It ain't happening. And anybody on here on this block see you doing that, we gonna check you and we going to your parents. That's how you do it. No, that's not what you doing. That's not what you doing. Y'all want them. Y'all praying on them. Yes, you're praying on them. So when I see these things continuously happening, I'm like, okay. We lost community. We lost protection. Within us, just us dealing with us, we lost that. We lost what's valuable to each other. We lost the man and the woman in the household. Honestly and truly, from what I've seen in my example, the kids raise themselves. And it's either one parent or both parents not saying anything about it. You know why the parent not saying nothing? Because it wasn't about them kids anyway. They was just trying to lock somebody down. We lost that. Oh, I need to add on to the prostitution thing and the whole thing. I need to add on to that because you got hoes out here that are not street hoes. You also have hoes that like being baby mamas. So don't listen. If you're being used, if the only sense of control that they can think about is giving you sex just so you won't leave, you need to leave. You need to leave. You cannot, just because you have a baby by someone, that does not mean you are in control of their life, whether man or woman. If the woman is not happy, she can leave. If the man is not happy, he can leave. There is no rule or guidelines to say, this is not, and I think a lot of people get it confused. This is not back in the day no more where people were forced to stay with each other because they had to back then. That was just the thing. No, these times are different. They paved the way. If you are not happy, you do not have to be unhappy. Men, stop using these women for control. You have to stop. Women, stop using the kids as a fucking, what is the word I'm looking for? Stop using them as a crutch. Stop using them as a way to manipulate. And stop manipulating the children. Do not manipulate the children and feed them rhetoric just so they can always stick by you. You cannot do that. Ask yourself one question as a parent. For once, stop for one, just this one moment, don't make it about you. Look at them kids. All of y'all, right now, look at them kids. Ask yourself, do you really want them to be like you? How you are? And if you ignored everything I said to make it about you, then you got your answer. Y'all bugging out here, yo. So we lost the community, we lost the home, we lost the parent out of there, and we lost the will to fight. Which is exactly what Malcolm and Martin wanted us to keep doing. They wanted us to keep fighting, keep being about family, keep putting the children first. Know that we always matter. Stop putting the Black Lives Matter. We always knew we mattered. To continue the education, to keep building and growing, to keep having our own. Not having our own and being selfish and playing games with people when they come out of jail. Because that's a thing now. Stop celebrating drug dealers that came. Y'all did it with Alpo. Y'all did it with Meech. Shit, they even did it with, what was the movie? They did with Nicky Barnes. They did with Frank Lucas. I don't respect not one. I don't give a shit about none of them. None of them. They families didn't because what they was doing was wrong. You see, the thing about it is, what y'all don't realize about black drug dealers, they sell drugs to us, their own people. We are dying from our own. You celebrate that because you hear it in the music. Not one of these rappers who's not doing what they saying in the raps, not one of them, not one, could say to themselves, yo, why are we always making songs like this where we gotta kill each other? What do you mean? And honestly and truly, that's all you got to talk about? Damn, you not intelligent. You're dumb as shit. Don't give me no bullshit. That's my experience in the hood. It's not anymore. You left. So now you're lying. I could see your first 2 albums. Yeah. After you made enough and you got out the hood, you're lying. You're not doing it anymore. So why do you continue to keep talking about that? You don't have other things to talk about? Of course, we always have more things to talk about. But for some reason, this industry telling you to continuously talk about this, continuously talk about that. Because for some reason, somebody made you believe whoever looks like you is your enemy. Somewhere around, someone told you that whoever looks like you and whoever looks like her is your enemy. You wake up in the morning, and I said this example before, but you really need to take heed. You wake up in the morning, you come out your house, the first black person you see, y'all grilling each other. Until one person is like, good morning, and then you fix your face. Good morning, good morning, good morning. But like, why are we holding our guards up when we see each other? You should be happy to see me. You should feel safe. You should hear how much shit get talked about us. I hear every conversation. I am, in that aspect too, I am fortunate to be around other races of people and hear the shit they got to say about it. And I got to check them. They tried to rope us in with the election shit. Black people was not going for it. Black people was not going for it. Because they remembered Black people remembered. I don't know if the spirit of the ancestors must have came to us, but they said, remember how they got us on that war field the first time? You remember they used the same tactics. They used the same thing. Them Republicans don't fuck with us. Them Confederates don't fuck with us. And this doing one don't fuck with us. Come on, we gotta fight them. Remember? Let me tell you something. No matter what side you choose, black woman, black man, okay, listen to me. No matter what side you choose, I've been seeing this every 10 years of my life. I've been seeing this shit. No matter what side you choose, at the end of the day, when whatever side get what they want, you won't get yours. Never will. All your little fucking rappers right now, all your big name rappers that got the biggest money right now, y'all should be harassing them to put money into us. You're asking the wrong people. Stop asking for reparations because you ain't gonna get it. If that was your purpose for being FBA, ADOS, and all of that stuff, you're not getting it. You're not getting it. And at this point, you already making bread. And the way that we can make bread now, do you really want that? No money that they give us is tax-free anyway. Use your head, B. So, all of those things I think we have to get back together because we lost it, which was something they was teaching. I kind of slightly, the My Dream speech, there's a couple of things in there I do not 100% agree with, but again, I get it. I too will, in my mind, I too will also like to live in a world where nobody's hating on each other. But we know that's not a reality because the government you live in tells you you have to hate someone, if not one, all. And you do. Y'all do. You can be heartfelt and by any means necessary at the same time. That's just your inner warrior. So you can be at peace at the same time being a warrior. You don't have to allow them to push you to a limit that you don't need to go to because that's not your nature. For my brothers who are warriors, we are warriors, protectors, providers, spiritual healers. For my sisters, they nurturers. Do you understand? They're life bearers. Do you understand? They're healers. Okay? Do you understand? They are healers. They're also doctors. And I don't mean doctor in the hospital sense, meaning nature-wise. They are nature. We need to get back to that. Now, Malcolm had a strong wife behind him. There's still strong sisters out here. Y'all disrespect them. And when they check you, y'all want to fight them. Men want to fight them. At the end of the day, my dude, you have to see it. There's going to be a point in your life you're going to have to step back. And I'm talking soon. You're going to have to step back and be like, yo, it's really me. I'm doing this. I'm causing this. How do I tap out? Y'all tap in for every other bullshit. Another oh man, another thing. My sisters, I know it's hard. I really do know it's hard for y'all to embrace the Creator. I do. I do know it's hard for y'all to embrace Allah. It's hard for you to embrace. I know. So you go with these cards and crystals and so, guys. Listen. A gateway to witchcraft is still witchcraft. Do you know who you even talking to? All them cards and stuff y'all doing and all this manifestation and we doing it. It's witchcraft. It is nothing but witchcraft. You know how you always know Allah's chosen? Because you may veer off. And I had to learn this myself. You may veer off. And you can be Christian, you can be Catholic. I'm talking to everyone. I'm not, all right? I'm not just leaving it with Islam. I'm not doing that. That's another thing that I learned. I learned that just because someone else is another religion, that doesn't mean you're not connected with Allah. It's all the same. As long as you know, you understand that you have a creator. But what I want to say is they give a bunch of the excuses like, no, it's just a reading and thing. Why do I need you to give me a reading with cards? Allah knows my future. The Lord knows. The Lord knows. Why am I listening to you? Playing these cards. Then you go around your little group of friends and stuff like that, and you're talking, you're doing the thing, and all. You fucking up your own blessing. You fucking up your own blessing. How many tragedies have you had since you started dabbling in that? How many tragedies have you had? When is enough for you to see that what y'all are doing, that's not, you stop. Tap into yourself then. Like, this is crazy. Leave them crystals, leave that alone. I'm telling y'all right now, you keep going that way, you have to pay attention to what lifestyle it's leading. Everything around you is tragic. Maybe you need to stop doing that. Stop asking for brothers that you want that you're not going to get. And even if you got them, they're not treating you right. Same thing for the men. Stop asking for this type of sister when you only chasing hood rats. Again, at the end of the day, you can get mad at me and say whatever you want. I don't care. Never did. Never did. What you gotta understand though is, hold on, I'm going downstairs. Y'all. I'm going downstairs. Don't wanna be rude. You know how y'all do. Y'all tear me up. He's going downstairs. He left us here. I cooking. That's why I was cooking. Let me cook. And that's what you gotta understand. There's brothers out here and there's sisters out here that are actually doing the work. And the only reason why you're not getting the benefits of it is because you're around people who don't respect it or they're not trying to hear it. Okay? One of the things I realized is Malcolm was very strong-minded. You couldn't tell him to do something if he didn't feel that it wasn't right. He wasn't going to do it. Martin, the same thing too, because Malcolm moved with Allah and Martin moved with God. So when you have the Lord guiding you in certain, that's what I'm saying. Like when you have the Lord guiding you in certain directions to do certain things, you're going to do that, and you're not going to revert back to the things you were doing before. So in my point, there was times where I veered off, because I was telling you a point about how you know you the Lord's chosen. There was a point where I veered off. You understand? And when I veered off, I came back. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't realizing that at the time. I came back and I was like, hold up. If it's bringing me back, then I'm not supposed to be doing that stuff. And this is how you know you are chosen, because for some reason you just can't veer back into the bullshit, man. And I couldn't. I couldn't. And now, dude, I'm telling you, I'll be strong too. I say my 5 prayers a day. I don't care. I take my prayer mat to work, and I'm like, I'm getting all of these done here. And any knowledge or anything I could give somebody that I already lived by, I teach it to someone every single day. But I have to apply it first. If I never applied it, I can't give you advice, because now I'm just talking shit. I'm talking shit that I didn't do. You understand what I'm saying? But if I did it and I experienced it, then I can go ahead and teach someone, hey, this is this and this and this. And that's what it's, you have to pass it along. Yo, but that's all I got for y'all, man. Um, I know I was doing this. I was on this. I don't know how you close out. How do you do this? Let me see. Nope. There we go. All right, y'all. Peace.